Morning. Right, we're back.
Back in Southampton.
Sunny Southampton. After a fantastic cruise.
Yeah, it's very warm
Isn't it?
here.
Looking very kind of like I should be going on another one.
Yes, that's next year.
But we'll go and sign off. Not going to go and sign off. We're going to go and check out. Go and get the car and head back to go and get Leah and Grace, aren't we?
Yeah, hit the road and see what happens today.
But we will give you our thoughts, as always, on this cruise when we get back home.
Indeed.
So we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. There we go. Sunny Southampton. After another successful cruise. Let's go and get the car. Should be somewhere over there, I would have said. Go back in, check out, go home and cry. Hi Ed.
Yeah.
Look at Adam's colour people. Ed. Right, say bye to Ventura.
Bye, Ventura.
Yes, that.
I'm at least we get home as well.
We have just got in the car. It's like 5,000 degrees.
Bye, Ventura.
Yeah, Ventura, look. Bye, Ven. Being special. He got us through the Bay of Biscay, which was a bit risky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a bit bumpy. All good fun. So we will see you probably back home now.
Yeah.
So bye for now. Morning.
Afternoon.
Adam's over in the corner. He doesn't
Hi.
want to. He doesn't want to be on camera today.
No, it's just because it's just I want to chill out today.
He just doesn't want to, and that's his prerogative.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if you've got to the end, if you're watching this, you've got to the end of Ventura. Let me know what you thought of the whole series.
Mini series.
Like I say, this is the end. So this was just our honest. This is just mine and Adam's honest take on what we thought of that holiday. So
What do we know?
exactly, what do we know? But we'll start with, we've had a realisation that going down to Southampton is not necessarily the best thing for us.
No.
Because we like the whole...
We don't mind driving there, that's fine, that's part
Yeah.
of your holiday. But when you get off the ship and to have a 3-hour drive home, that's
Yeah.
like, ugh. When you come back from holiday, you just want to get home.
I mean, on a good day, on a good trip, you can do it in 2 hours on a very, very, very good trip. But 9 times out of 10, it probably takes about 3 hours to get there. So for us, it's like going down to Gatwick Airport. And the reason we don't go to Gatwick Airport is because we don't want a 3-hour drive.
When we get back.
So, I mean, we live in the Midlands, so we always fly from
Birmingham
or East Mids or...
That's a push, Luton.
Yeah, we'll go to Luton. However, we are going to Heathrow for our next holiday.
More about that later.
But that's more to do with the flight and where it's flying to and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't our first choice. Although this will be, believe it or not, this will be our first flight from Heathrow. So kind of like excited. But that's only
About 2 hours away.
That's about 2 hours away. So it's a little bit closer. But yeah, so I think we will go on...
We'll go from Southampton again.
We'll go from Southampton again.
It's just quite far for us.
Yeah. We definitely want to go back anyway because we definitely want to do the fjords again, which we absolutely adored.
We need to go to different ones.
But we need to do different ones. So we'll definitely go from Southampton again. However, all we're saying is just figure in that travel time to and from Southampton. It's lovely that you've got no weight limit for your luggage.
Yeah.
So that's really nice and you can take whatever you want. But yeah, just factor in...
Well, depends on where you live in the country.
Yeah, it depends on where you live. Obviously, you're living around Southampton, around that area.
Sure.
It's absolutely fantastic and just totally ignore me and I'm being a complete and utter numpty. But if you're from the Midlands and you have to think about it, it does add quite a bit of time, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's going from Southampton. The second topic that we just wanted to quickly cover was Ventura herself.
Well, we've not spoken about the other thing about going to Southampton.
What?
When we've come to a realisation that we like to fly away.
Yeah, we like to fly because we like to. It's almost like you're on holiday. As soon as you land, you land, you get off the plane, and obviously this is just for me and Adam. It makes no difference. I mean, we're just quoting us, but for us, as soon as that plane door opens, we are on holiday.
And you feel the heat.
And you feel the heat. You don't get that. Well, we didn't get that excitement going to Southampton.
No.
Obviously, yes, you do go on holiday, but it's more of a slow build up rather than I'm on holiday now.
Yeah, we just like the fact that we like to fly as part of holiday because otherwise you don't feel like you're going abroad. I know you are, and it's silly, you're steaming across in a ship.
Yeah. But
it's not the same feeling as flying.
It's not opening to us, it's always been about when the doors open on a plane, you're on holiday, the heat hits you and you're on holiday. And to us, that's always been the case, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I know some people don't like flying, and I totally understand. And if I didn't like flying, I wouldn't fly. Just to do that, but for us, it works out better that we fly. I mean, we haven't got any more cruises from Southampton coming on.
No, I'm sure we will at some point.
For the next couple of years, we're totally full with flying.
That's our plan, isn't it?
That's our plan. Our plan is to...
Because there's some places and holidays that we want to book, obviously, once we can.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we want to do.
So our plan is just to fly wherever we're going to be flying to.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Ventura.
Because next year, all 3 holidays we're going on are flights.
Yeah, all next year is all totally booked up already. I do want to try and fit an English one in and take Leo with us if we can. But...
Hey, woo, can't wait.
Leo will be excited.
Yeah.
But Ventura, what do you think of Ventura as a ship?
If I'm being totally honest, of all the ships I've been on, and we've been on 5, haven't we? Ventura is my least favourite of the 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of?
Well, there's a few things. There's I think some of the other ships we've been on just felt more modern.
Yeah, it could also be about the destinations as well, because we didn't want to do this cruise, and we wouldn't have booked this cruise. This was a cruise. This was a knock-on effect from COVID, so we wouldn't have chosen to pick this cruise, would we?
But due to time off from work and what was available, this is what we went with.
I'm pleased we went.
Yeah. I
wouldn't necessarily rush to do this cruise again. I loved seeing the places that we went to. I'd definitely go to Vigo again and stuff, because obviously it's quite a nice place.
And I suppose
I'd like to do Lisbon again, because obviously, as you saw, it went completely wrong. We missed our excursion, so maybe Lisbon.
Maybe she's not the least favourite, but there's ships that I definitely prefer.
I liked the ship. She's old and she looks old, as you can see from the cabin
tour. I had bad experience with crew member, didn't I?
Yeah, but no, we're gonna come to that. But just the ship.
Yeah, the ship. Of the 5 we've been on, if she's not my least favourite, she's the 4th out of the 5th.
Yeah.
The ships that we've been on, which I much prefer.
Yeah.
I like modern. I like it. Just feels different.
It's an old looking ship, but I do believe, don't quote me on this, I do believe that she is scheduled to go into dry dock.
Yeah.
So hopefully that should, breathe some new life into her.
I like the fact that you can get around her fairly easily, and you can always get a seat inside for like restaurants.
Yeah.
Sea days are very different that you can't get seats.
We actually, for the first time ever on a cruise, we couldn't actually find anywhere to sit on our...
There's no sunbeds on the
on
sea
our
day.
First sea day.
No.
And that's probably as well because we were getting... COVID has gone now, so you're pretty much getting back to full capacity.
Yeah.
And the ship was rammed.
Completely full.
Hence why I didn't do a ship tour
On the sea day.
On the sea day, because you couldn't move. However, on the end of this, well, not at the end, once I've stopped yabbering, I'm going to stick some photos on, so there is some photos to look at. But we didn't do a ship tour because it was just too busy.
Too busy.
But obviously you'll see the photos after I've finished yabbering.
Yeah.
But going back to the ship is, she's 15 years old and she looks 15 years old. Doesn't she?
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. She's clean, she's comfortable.
I just preferred some of the other ships we've been on. I've seen they're nicer ships.
Adam, for the first time, had some really bad service on a cruise. We've never had bad service on a cruise.
This lady, she had Well, she had a real attitude, and it's almost like she was being very jobs worthy for the sake of it.
Basically, Adam ordered a pint of Coke. We did have a package.
We had the soft drinks package because that's what we wanted for this cruise.
Yeah.
So all week we've been ordering pints of Coke each, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's been absolutely no issues. No one said anything. It's been fine. Then towards the end of the week, I can't remember what day it was, but it was very, very close to coming home. You didn't want a cold drink at the time. I think you had a coffee from the buffet.
Yeah.
So I went to the bar and said, "Can I have a pint of Coke, please?" and gave him a card. So she poured the Coke, then she scanned my card, and then started being really funny about, well, you shouldn't be having pints of Coke with this package. I was like, well, if I'd known I wasn't...
Nobody had said to us you couldn't have a pint
If I'd
of Coke.
known I wasn't allowed to have one, I wouldn't have asked for one. All week we've been having pints of Coke, and no one has once said that you can't have this.
Yeah.
And then she started going on and on about it and saying, well, you've wasted this pint of Coke, now I'm going to have to give it to you, but you know full well you shouldn't have it. And I just felt...
She was just really, really rude for the sake of being rude.
I just felt like I've done something really bad, but no one has said that you couldn't have it.
To the degree where Adam was actually going to write a letter to
P&O?
P&O.
I tweeted it on P&O.
He did tweet it on P&O, but he didn't actually write the letter, and P&O just apologised and said that they would pass the feedback on.
Yeah.
But that's the first time we've ever had bad service. And unfortunately, I know that's not the ship, but it does have a knock-on effect on how you feel about the cruise. So I think for us, and we're not moaning, we had a fantastic time. We're just trying to say in general, I think for us, this was probably one of the worst cruises we've been on because it was in terms of everything. So it was...
Locations we didn't choose to go to.
Locations we didn't choose, or we probably wouldn't have chosen yet. Maybe
down the line.
Once we've cruised a bit more and it becomes a lot more about the cruise ship rather than...
The destinations, when you're there, they're lovely.
Yeah, destinations
were
lovely.
That we want to see more.
Yeah, so I think it was because of that, because of this bad service, because we couldn't find any seats.
Because the whole Lisbon day went wrong.
Yeah, so I think unfortunately that all has a knock-on effect on how we feel about Ventura. But we are on Azora soon.
Yeah.
So, and that is the sister ship. But that is going somewhere we really, really want to go to. So it'd be interesting to see if it is the destinations that make it as well, which I'm sure it will be, rather than just the ship, because there's nothing wrong with the ship. The ship was lovely. She was clean. She had lovely looking ship.
Generally, the crew were lovely.
You know, the crew were lovely. The entertainment area was great. The theatre was great. Everything was great about the ship. It was just that one woman. So we're not bitching about P&O Ventura at all, because she was a lovely ship. But out of the few that we have been on, this probably has been the worst one.
Which sounds horrible, but it's not. I mean, we still had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
But we've had better times on other ships.
Yeah. So don't listen to us. This is just our opinion on what we thought of this.
We're just saying what happened to us on that holiday.
This one holiday on Ventura. And like I say, if you probably go somewhere else on Ventura, somewhere you really desperately want to go to, it's probably a whole different ballgame.
Because in Guernsey as well, the whole tender process took a long time to go off. Because there was 2 ships in and something had gone wrong, the whole tender process took hours.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't actually get off. I mean, we were only there until 4 o'clock. Excuse me, the camera's wobbling. We didn't get off. We was there until 4. We didn't get off till I think it was about 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so we had to...
Because we literally had to wait all morning because they stopped selling the tender tickets.
Yeah.
Literally all morning to get our tender tickets.
And then when we got one, we were in the room waiting for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, then when we got one, we couldn't get off until 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we had literally 2 hours, which was really disappointing because we really wanted to go to... That was one of the places we actually did want to go to. We wanted to go to Guernsey. So that's what I mean. We're not moaning, but I think it was a lot of different things that went wrong on that one cruise.
Compared to the other ones,
compared to all the others. So that's Southampton and that's the ship. By all means, don't listen to us. I would recommend anybody go on Ventura.
Yeah.
When we say it's the worst, we don't mean, oh, it's the worst, don't go on it. It's the worst that we personally have been on.
We would just prefer some other ships because of modernness, facilities on board, atmosphere, etc. Every ship is for different people, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm sure as we go on and we've done more, I'm sure, Ventura won't be the...
Well, no, you've got to find the ship that works for you in all aspects.
Yeah.
And for us, at this point, that's not Ventura yet, because there's other ships that we prefer.
I mean, the best service we've ever had for me was on Jewel of the Seas Royal Caribbean. I think that service was just second to none. I'm sure other people have got different experiences with Royal Caribbean. But to me...
You find the ship that works for you.
You find the ship that works for you. So what I'm going to do at the minute, while I'm still babbling on, I'm going to think of what else I can talk about. I'm just going to insert some photos in here now, so you can have a look at the photos on board. And I will see you back in about 2 minutes. Okay, I hope you like some of them photos and let me know how many people fast forwarded them. Because I bet you was all like, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. But if you did, I hope you enjoyed them.
At least for those of you who haven't been on Ventura, you can see what she's like.
Yeah. And hopefully, I know I said on Ventura that I wasn't going to do ship tours. If I can, I will. Yeah. We'll leave it like that because...
We'll do what we can when we can.
I don't want to put a camera in people's faces when I'm on holiday.
You put it in mine all the time.
Put it in Adam's, hence why he's not being in it today, because he's being Mardy.
Whatever.
So if we can, we will do ship tours. If we feel like we can't, it's too uncomfortable, then that will be...
I suppose it depends on the weather on the sea day and where people are.
See, when we were coming home on Ventura, it was...
Overcast.
It was not a good day coming home, was it?
No.
So everybody was inside. If you're... Again, I suppose... I'm not going to harp on about this, but I suppose if you're in the Mediterranean or the Caribbean, or people are outside sunbathing, so the ship is empty and naturally emptier inside, isn't it? Yeah. So I suppose that's one downside about cruising back to England if the weather's not great. anyway, that's enough about that. Just wanted to say thank you for watching the series. If you could,
you liked and liked the videos and give us all a thumbs up.
If you could, I mean, it would help us out loads if you could just like it and maybe think about subscribing. It's totally free of charge. It won't cost you anything, but it really does help the channel out. So I would really, really, really appreciate that. And just to let you know, our next video is coming up. The next one will be a bit different because it was Adam's birthday. So we booked a
day to Silverstone.
A day to Silverstone because Adam is a Formula 1 fanatic. So the next video is slightly different.
So not quite cruise and travel.
Yeah,
but it's still a day out.
It's still a day out. And that's what we're all about, having a good day out.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Well, I know what that's like. I want you to let me know what it's like. So that will be the next video coming up. A day in or at Silverstone Interactive Museum.
And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did on the day.
It's
amazing.
In Northampton.
Yeah, it's also by Northampton.
In Northampton.
Well,
Northampton.
It's in the village of Silverstone.
Yeah. We had a fantastic day. I loved going there as well. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. So that's the next video.
You don't have to be a Formula 1 fanatic to enjoy the day. It's
no.
Just, there's something for everybody there.
It's a really, really, really good day out. But our next
cruise and
travel video will be travel. We're not going on a cruise. I know, we've done our cruises for this year.
Carl is crying about it, as you can imagine.
We are going, although we've just said we like to fly from Birmingham and East Midlands, I'm going to totally contradict myself because we're going to Heathrow and we're going to fly to Orlando
in
Florida. And we're stopping on International Drive. And we'll be going to, we've got the tickets to Universal Studios.
Harry
Potter World, which Adam is so excited about because last time we went, there wasn't.
They didn't have the Hogwarts Express.
The Hogwarts
Diagon
Express.
Alley and Hogwarts. They only had Hogsmeade. They didn't have the Hogwarts Express or Diagon Alley.
So, as you can imagine, he's really excited about that. So,
some butterbeer again.
Yeah. So, it will be different. It won't be a cruise. It will actually be a land holiday.
It's travel.
We have got some more land holidays coming up, which I will tell you about later on. So I'm going to sign off. Again, thank you for watching this series. It does mean a lot to us. And I hope you like the next video in Silverstone. So I will see you all very soon. Next time you see me probably will be in sunny Florida. No, it won't. Travel day.
After Silverstone.
After Silverstone, yeah. Next time you see me...
Let's finish the video now before it goes all completely
Next time
wrong.
you see me, it will actually be travel day...
To Heathrow.
To Heathrow, and we're stopping over the night before.
Yeah.
So we'll see you all...
Very soon.
Very soon in Heathrow. So I hope you like the next video, and we'll see you later.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.